This video is sponsored by Squarespace. You can make your own beautiful website or online store with this all-in-one platform. Hi everyone, so a few videos back I mentioned how I learned to draw animals by just drawing them all the time, and I mentioned a specific sketchbook I had, which is this one, that's full of really messy, quick animal studies and like gesture drawings and stuff. And I said how I don't really know if I've shown it anywhere, and I used it as a way to practice without having any pressure on myself because this is a really cheap sketchbook from IKEA. It was like probably a couple dollars and the paper is really thin. I didn't finish it, but it's about halfway full, and this one is halfway full as well. So I wanted to show you both of these. This one is from art school mainly. Whenever I had to do a bunch of thumbnailing and studies. I might have shown this on my channel before, but it's been a while and I think it goes with this one really well. So basically these are two of my Messiest sketchbooks that I learned a lot from. I'm gonna start with this one first though. Okay, so this is a sticker that I made. I used to sell these. They're pretty old. I don't sell them anymore. I think this sketchbook is from about 4, 5, or 6 years ago. It's hard for me to keep track of time these days, but it's been at least 4 years. And it's halfway full, and this is like a week or 2 or 3 of just like wanting to do a bunch of animal drawings. There's also some school stuff in here. So this first page, as you can see, it's very see-through. You can see almost like 2 pages away because the paper is so thin. And these aren't the best drawings ever. This is just for practicing. So the first page here was a bunch of dogs, and I can already see like how much less I understood anatomy back then. Like I can see some improvements from these to now. And this page, I decided to draw some deer. I looked up some skulls and I think I drew, why can't I draw deer heads? Because I found them difficult because of just the way they're shaped, the like long nose. But nowadays I think I have a better time, an easier time drawing deers. And I also did some like art school stuff in here. If you see like random words that might have to do with it. I don't know what this is. Someone's sitting. Just a bunch of random, like, messy garbage doodles that I didn't care if anyone saw. But now people are seeing it because I'm filming it. But past me doesn't know that. A dog. A bunch of thumbnails for some project I probably had to do in school. It's some kind of building thing. This is my little stone garden guy, but he's not drawn very well, very quick. More deer. I drew this from a photo on Pinterest. Just like getting better at observational drawing and like quick gestures. A quick gesture of a deer skeleton, more deer. I don't know why I was obsessed with deer, but I think these already look better than the beginning. Some more thumbnails. I remember hearing that horses were hard to draw, so I decided to do some like gestures and then some running animals, some bunnies. These are from someone else's drawing. So I looked at the way someone drew rabbits like this and I tried to recreate it to hopefully learn something. A dragon. Orbs, I don't know what that means. Some stone garden guys. Some more animals. I think this is actually like drawn kind of well. Like it's very simple, but I kind of got the key like muscles and the facial features. The eyes could need some work. This is okay. This is okay. It looks like this is a 2-headed snake, which I probably saw in a photo. Some greyhounds. Just like see how messy this is. There's like basically no color, and I was just using it as a way to just do whatever I wanted. Some birds, more stone garden guys. I don't know why I drew him so much. This might have been when I started my Patreon because, well, not when I started, but it might have been one of my first journal pages that I used to do, because my first one was the stone garden guy journal page. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the plan for that. Some watercolor that does not work on these pages. Random people drawings that I didn't really care if they turned out well or not. Some more thumbnails, probably for art school or something like that. Some kind of assignment. I think I was thinking of video ideas, and this was another journal page. I actually colored the background this time. Some hippos. I think these look pretty good. Like, I think I was getting a bit better. Yeah, but there's also some that aren't very good. These are all just like brainstorms for projects that probably aren't that interesting. Little castle drawings. I can see a lot of stuff wrong with the perspective there. More thumbnails. This was probably that big like building project we had to do where we used Google SketchUp to create a scene and then draw something based on it. So it was helping us to like use 3D modeling tools to create illustrations, which was pretty fun, but I don't really know if I like the way mine turned out. Like, I think I could have done a better job. But I think that now about a lot of things I did in the past, because the more you improve, the more you can see things that are wrong in your old art. I think this was a brush pen that I got. It might have been the Pentel, that brush pen that you can refill. I don't remember what it's called. I'm blanking on the name right now. I don't remember what this is. Oh, this was life drawing. So I pulled this out to do some thumbnails for life drawing class. That's kind of cool. And I think that was the last I used it for. There's just like maybe like 20 or so pages left. But like I find it hard to go back to old sketchbooks and use them again because I feel like it's from a completely different era. Like, I don't want to mix and match art from different time periods. So I usually just kind of leave them half finished if I didn't finish them. But that kind of only applies to my old sketchbooks because these days I finish all the sketchbooks that I start. Okay, now we have this one. I'll probably have to zoom out a bit because it's so big. Now for a break to thank this video's sponsor, which is Squarespace. You've probably heard of Squarespace before, but they're an online platform where you can build your own website. I use them to host my website. I like to use their templates as a good starting off point because you can then customize so many different aspects of the site to suit your aesthetic. There's also a new feature called Squarespace Blueprint where you can customize the template before you use it. So you tell it what types of blocks you want on your site, and then it generates your very own customized template. If you're using your website for a portfolio, I'd suggest you try out the Portfolio and Galleries feature where you just upload all your art and you can drag them around to rearrange them in whatever order you want. If you'd like to try this out, go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch your website, go to squarespace.com/JelArts to get 10% off your first purchase of website or domain using code JelArts. So this is an Artist Loft sketchbook from Michaels. I think it was like $8 and it's huge and it has a lot of pages and they're pretty thick. And I got this as my like idea generation sketchbook for art school as something that I could just not really care too much about what is inside of it. I don't know what this is. These are some like not great drawings. The art does get better in this one as I go. I don't know why I'm not filling the pages that much. This is not great either. Like, I don't know why this looks like I drew this when I was like 10. That's a Moomin. Just some like planning for projects. Just some like, yeah, not the best. Like, these are just purely for ideas. It's not to look good. It's to like think of things and concepts that you want to draw for future projects. Plus, I think this might have been from first year, so I was still not the best. Like, I think I improved a lot since then. And I think these like pen marks are from my teacher. Actually, this might have been year 2. Oh, I did a fish tank project, but looking back, I kind of did some like incorrect information on that because I actually have aquariums now and I know a little bit more. But of course, it had to be simplified for the project. It's a polar bear putting ice into the water. It's kind of on the nose. These are all not the best. These were just to come up with ideas. That's also from my teacher. I think the concept of this was to do something to do with like supporting yourself or like being responsible for your actions or like, I'm not sure, but I think I ended up doing this and a dog picking up its own poo, and I still have a print of that because I really liked the way it turned out. It ended up looking really nice in the end. Oh wow, rock climbing, way before I even started rock climbing. No harness, that's not good. A dog building its own shed. A doghouse. Yeah, these don't really like make the most sense, but these are purely to try to come up with ideas. And I think this one turned into the final. And then I took so many pages to try to figure out weird ways I can stylize the dog. And some of them ended up looking a bit like freaky. And this one is like so wrinkly and cute. And this one's like tall and looks kind of like a monster. And they're all like a little different. And I just kept redrawing it over and over because we were encouraged to draw a lot of options for things, like to do tons of thumbnails so that we could figure out the best possible idea that we had and to push our ideas really far. So that's why these are all pencil. They're not very like well defined. There's so many variations of the same thing. Yeah, I'm definitely not like the most proud of this sketchbook, but I think it's interesting to see how I tried to come up with ideas back then for school. And here's where I started to sort of narrow down what I wanted it to look like. A dog in tall grass picking up its own poo, which is really funny. I think the poses are kind of weird, like they don't really make sense on some of them. This was the other one of a squirrel walking across a wire that doesn't exist. And I really like the media exploration that I was doing. Like, I think this looks really cool. But I don't think the final ended up looking as cool as these, so that's unfortunate. Some more media. I like the media on this one. It's a bunch of grass. More angles. I think I found myself, I would get stuck on one thing and I would accidentally draw like the same angle of the thumbnail like over and over. Like I kept redrawing it. I don't know why. It's like I couldn't decide. And this like really tall dog. It's kind of funny. Kind of cute. I kind of like that. Oh, and then I think this has better like perspective if I move these up so they go down like that. I think this project had to do with spring, obviously. I don't really know what's coming next. Okay, early spring. So I think I had to write down a bunch of stuff that reminded me of early spring and then do a drawing related to that. I don't remember being that thrilled about this project. I think I ended up not happy with the end result at all. That kind of happened a lot with projects that I just like sort of wasn't feeling when you like have to draw a very specific thing based on something. It was hard to do something that you felt like invested in. It just kind of felt like you're doing it for the sake of the project. But at least I ended up improving a lot through school, which was good. I like these little sketches. They're kind of interesting. I think these were just for fun, probably. I like this waxy, what is that? I think it's like a black pencil, I'm not sure. Oh, I remember this drawing. I think I did this I think it was just for YouTube. It was that ladybug one. I kind of forgot about that drawing, but I worked really hard on that. It wasn't for school or anything, it was for just YouTube. I remember this one and I really liked the way it turned out. I think it was for third year and I had to do a recipe for fear, I think. That was like the prompt. And these are all my thumbnails, there's so many. I ended up with something sort of like that. So many different thumbnails. I think I was less burnt out at during this year. And I was kind of getting used to drawing so many different things and trying to find ways to enjoy the projects and make them my own. Oh, and this had to do with a book. Alien plants grow all over the world. And we had to do an illustration relating to that. I don't remember what mine looked like, honestly. Yeah, but here's more, like the meteors landed and like they were seeds and they grew in the world. It was some kind of short story. And I remember really liking the short story. This is when we had to do online classes. So I had to scan everything in and like email them to my teacher or like put them on the online portal. I remember not really liking the way this turned out as my final piece. Like a lot of the online class stuff I felt a lot less invested in. Oh, and this was some kind of motion illustration. You cannot really see it, but we had like a motion class where we use After Effects to do like little motion illustration. I'm blanking on like what it's actually called. Some more things, a bear, birds. I don't know what this was for. Oh, this was for some kind of project. I don't remember. I think that might be the end though. I don't know why I taped this. I think I might have wrote my schedule on here and I might have filmed this book in an old video. So I didn't want to reveal my class schedule. But those are 2 sketchbooks that I remember fondly that I just had no pressure on myself to draw nice things. I used them to just study and practice and come up with ideas and just do them as messy as I wanted and not really care what people think of them for the most part. When I mentioned this one in a previous video, a lot of you seemed to want to see it. So I hope this was interesting if you're one of those people. Let me know if you have any sketchbooks like this. I don't really do this type of sketching anymore, but I think it would be nice. These days, I mostly just do like nice looking sketchbook spreads, probably because I end up filming them all and posting them. But I think it's good to keep one of these alongside a nice sketchbook, because then you can just like fully experiment and not care what it looks like, and you might come up with some interesting ideas because you're not being as precious with your drawing. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun to look through these again. Make sure you check out my shop if you'd like to purchase any of my products. I have stickers, stationery, keychains, prints, plushies, all kinds of stuff. And I have a Patreon where I send out monthly prints and stickers. And to get everything sent to you, it's only $16 US a month, no matter where you live. Shipping is included. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video.